Viewer discretion is advised.
Bombay, 1965. A city swelling beyond its limits. Factories breathe smoke into the sky. Textile mills roar through the day. And at night, thousands sleep on pavements. Entire families under tarpaulin sheets. Men stretched across railway platforms. Children curled against concrete walls. They sleep because they have no choice. But for 3 years, the night belonged to someone else. His name was Raman Raghav, and he hunted the sleeping. Raghav was born in 1929 in Maharashtra. Little documentation exists about his childhood, but what investigators later gathered suggested poverty, instability, and early behavioral disturbances. He drifted. Eventually, he settled in Bombay, now known as Mumbai. He survived through odd jobs, petty theft, burglary. Police records show he was arrested multiple times in the early 1960s for theft-related offenses. During custody, officers observed something unsettling. He spoke to himself. He laughed at inappropriate moments. He displayed paranoia, claiming people were following him. Psychiatrists would later diagnose him with paranoid schizophrenia. But in the mid-1960s, mental health understanding in India was limited. He was jailed, released, forgotten, until the bodies began appearing. August 1966. A man sleeping on a pavement near a railway line is found dead, his skull crushed. No robbery. Weeks later, another body. Same method. Then another. Police initially believed the killings were isolated. Inspector Ramakant Kulkarni, a senior officer in Bombay's Crime Branch, began noticing similarities. Victims: male homeless, sleeping outdoors, head trauma. No clear motive. The pattern was emerging, but the killer left almost nothing behind. No fingerprints, no eyewitnesses, only smashed skulls and silence. By 1967, fear had spread. Slum dwellers began sleeping in shifts. Some kept stones beside them as primitive weapons. Parents kept children closer. Rumors exploded. The killer was a ghost, a mad sadhu, a man possessed. Police deployed extra patrols. But Bombay was vast, and Raghav blended in. He looked like the very people he killed. Disheveled, thin, unremarkable, invisible. In 1966, police arrested Raghav on suspicion. He reportedly confessed to several killings, but his statements were chaotic. He spoke of divine messages, of conspiracies, of moral cleansing. Without physical evidence tying him conclusively to the murders, authorities could not secure conviction. He was released, and soon after, the killings resumed. It would become one of the most haunting what-if moments in Indian criminal history. What if he had not been released? How many lives would have been saved? Then came the night that changed everything. 1968. A 13-year-old boy lay pretending to sleep on a pavement settlement. He noticed a shadow, a man moving slowly between bodies, watching, selecting. The boy remained still. The stranger approached another slipper, raised a metal object, and brought it down. The sound was sickening. The boy kept his eyes barely open. He saw the attacker's face, not clearly, but enough. Enough to remember the eyes, enough to remember the walk, enough to survive. When police interviewed him, he described a thin man, messy hair, intense stare, familiar to railway areas. Investigators cross-referenced known offenders operating in those zones. One name resurfaced: Raman Raghav. Inspector Ramakant Kulkarni and Crime Branch officers intensified patrols near railway tracks and slum clusters. Eventually, Raghav was spotted behaving suspiciously near a crime-prone area. He was detained. This time, interrogation was different. He calmly described locations. He led officers to hidden iron rods stashed in bushes. He pointed to areas where he had killed. Investigators realized they had finally caught the predator. During psychiatric evaluation, Raghav was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. He claimed voices guided him, people were enemies, killing had purpose, but he also demonstrated awareness of his actions. The court eventually ruled him fit for trial after treatment. He was sentenced to life imprisonment. No execution, no dramatic courtroom confession, just a quiet sentence. Raman Raghav died in prison in 1995. Kidney failure, just a quiet ending to a man who once terrified an entire city. He was officially convicted in connection with 41 murders, 41 lives, 41 people who went to sleep believing the night would pass like any other. Most were never named in headlines. Most had no photographs in newspapers. Many had no permanent address. They were pavement dwellers, laborers, men sleeping under open sky. And for 3 years, they were hunted. But somewhere in the shadows of what is now Mumbai, 41 stories ended in silence. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next week. Please like and subscribe. Comment what cases you'd like us to cover next.